Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to have a little chat about rebounding and my experience with it over the last year and a half. I'm coming up on my 18-month anniversary of starting to rebound. And then at the end of the video, we are going to do a Re-BOO-nding GiVeAway. Sorry, terrible pun, I know. But we're going to do a giveaway of a Kinzone rebounder, so you're not going to want to miss that. So stick around to the end for sure. So now into my experience with rebounding over the last 18 months. I started in around April of 2024, and I quickly fell in love with rebounding. It is like my number one thing that I like about rebounding is just how flippin' fun it is. When you find an exercise that just fills you with joy, I recommend sticking with that form of exercise because there are a lot of exercises that really do not fill me with joy. But there is something that just lifts my mood so amazingly from getting on my rebounder and bouncing around for a little bit. Maybe it's like reconnecting with my childhood or something like that. It just increases my mood and makes me feel happier. I'm sure there's endorphins. I'm sure there's all kinds of scientific reasons. I don't really care about what they are. All I care about is that I feel fantastic and my mood gets lifted after I rebound. I do use rebounding as just part of my fitness routine. It is not the only fitness activity that I do. I do strength training, I do HIIT training, I do different kinds of cardio. Occasionally I will run, although that's one of those exercises that does not fill me with joy. So I do it occasionally because I want to be good at different bodily movements, but not very often because again, it does not fill me with joy. But the main way that I use rebounding is as part of my zone 2 cardio. If you've been around the internet very much recently, you know that zone 2 cardio is very, very popular. And it's just a type of cardio that's a lot lower intensity. And you can calculate what your zone 2 heart rate is online. There's different calculators depending on your age. And it's just a great type of cardio to add into your routine. There's all kinds of benefits associated with it. But then also, if you do enjoy cardio, especially us as women and especially us as middle-aged women, it can be very taxing on the body to do high intensity cardio a lot. So I do some high intensity interval training, but I try not to do more than once or twice a week with it because I know that it can be rough on the adrenals and just not great for overall health to do it too much. A little bit is good, too much is not so good. But zone 2 cardio is a lot lower intensity and you can add in a lot more of that. So if you enjoy that kind of cardio, it's a great way to get the cardio in without having the detrimental side effects. So when I do my rebounding, it typically ends up in that zone 2 range of my heart rate. So I can add it in several times a week without worrying about it being too much, overtraining or anything like that. It also helps me get my steps in. I do like to try to get 10,000 steps per day. And with rebounding, it's a great way to get your steps in, to mix things up and have just a different kind of movement to get your steps in is sometimes fun. I typically rebound at least 2 times per week, but it's usually more like 4 or 5 times per week. Sometimes I will just, if I feel like I need to get a little movement or, if I've been sitting for a long time editing a video or something like that, and I just need some movement, I will hop on the rebounder and I will jump for a while just to get some activity in. Occasionally I will do exercise videos. The ones that I enjoy the most are Earth and Owl here on YouTube. She has some great ones. The ones I prefer for rebounding are ones where I just turn off the sound of the video and just follow along with whatever movements and then listen to a podcast or a YouTube video while I'm doing it. So Earth and Owl is great for that. Another rebounding channel that I enjoy is Jenna Zaffino. She has a lot of rebounding stuff as well as Pilates and different things like that. And so if you want a video where it's not necessarily the best for turning off the sound and following along, but if you want to have a video that you follow along with where she leads you through it, Jenna Zaffino is great. I will link these down below. But probably the most common videos that I use for my rebounding are actually not even rebounding videos. I have started using C. Dorner Fitness for my at-home exercise. She does live workouts 6 days a week, which is amazing. I can't believe she's able to do that. But I try to join her live workouts several days a week, and she has some types of workouts like kickboxing, cardio kickboxing, and other cardio workouts that she does on the floor. So she's not a rebounding channel, but I find that I can do the workouts on my rebounder. So it'll be things like, 45 seconds of jumping jacks. I'm able to do that on my rebounder. So whenever I do those videos, whenever they come up as the live video for the day, I just do as much as I can on my rebounder, and I find that really fun. So that kind of gives you an overview of how I've been using my rebounder, how I rebound these last 18 months. The two main rebounders that I use right now, I have one upstairs and one downstairs. Downstairs is where we have our big TV. So if we have a movie night or something, I'm able to go back in the corner and get a few bounces in, get some movement instead of just sitting through the whole, hour and a half, 2 hour movie. So I love that. Anyway, so I have two rebounders. One of them is no longer available for purchase, which is a bummer. But the other one is my KenZone U-Bar rebounder, 48 inch. I don't have the U-Bar on it. I typically don't use a bar on my rebounding, but I do have it, in storage just in case I decide to use it. But I absolutely love the KenZone rebounder, especially for the price point. It is extremely affordable, and I do have a coupon code that you could use to make it even more affordable. But what sets it apart from a lot of other very cheap options on Amazon is that it has a bit of a softer bounce than some of the other cheap options. I've tried a couple other cheaper options and they tend to be extremely stiff. And I did do a comparison video a while back that I will link up at the cards that shows you exactly why the KenZone is going to be a softer bounce than the other one. So if you're curious about that, definitely check out that video. But I absolutely love KenZone for the bounce. It is right in between like a soft and a firm rebounder. It's very medium. And for the price, I think it's just an excellent option, especially for beginners. If you get into rebounding and you decide you love it, there is no end to the amount of money that you can spend on rebounders. Some of the higher end ones are extremely expensive, but if you really want to get a good quality one to try it out and not break the bank, KenZone, I think, is definitely the way to go. So benefits that I have seen from rebounding over the last 18 months. First, it being fun, and it just increases my mood. I mean, if that was the only thing it did, then I would continue to do it because it is so incredibly fun. Second is, and this is, a little bit TMI, but I have had 5 kids, all, from my own body. And I've had some incontinence issues like a lot of women do after having babies. And it's not been something that's like really affected my life. It's just those little things like, if I need to go to the bathroom and I sneeze, things happen, little things like that. And one thing that rebounding can do is help strengthen your pelvic floor. And so I have seen improvement with that. When I first got my rebounders and I was bouncing, I would have to put on some kind of protection in order to not wet my pants. Told you, this is TMI. But I have definitely seen improvement in that over the last 18 months. I won't say that it's completely resolved, but definitely a big improvement. Then, of course, there's lots of other benefits of rebounding like lymph flow and cardiovascular health and balance and different things like that. I don't have any like amazing dramatic stories about any of those, but I do believe that they are benefits, and so I continue rebounding for those as well, and I trust that I'm getting all of those benefits. So I've been rebounding for 18 months, and I have no reason to stop whatsoever. I absolutely love it. I plan on it being a regular part of my fitness routine for the foreseeable future. I mean, if I get to 80, 85, and I'm still getting on a rebounder a few times a week, I will count that as a major win. And I definitely think that there will be benefits to maintaining that habit as I age. So definitely something that I will be sticking to. Okay, now we are going to go on to the Halloween Re-BOO-nding giveaway. And this is sponsored by KenZone. They are offering one of their 48 inch U-bar rebounders, same model as what I have here. I am going to have the giveaway go from today through midnight next Sunday, the 26th. So that gives you a full week to enter and to share this video with friends who you would like also to enter. So here are the things that you need to do in order to enter. The first thing you need to do is make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Second thing you need to do is make sure you're subscribed to Kinzone Fitness channel here on YouTube. I will have all of these things linked in the description as well. Then you need to leave a comment on this video, and in the comment, I want the words boo bounce. Why? It's fun, it's festive, it's Halloween. Boo bounce in the comments somewhere, and that will automatically enter you into the giveaway. Then on Monday morning, first thing, I am going to do a random comment picker and use that boo bounce to filter the comments. If you are the winner, I will reply to your comment here on YouTube, and I will tell you to email me. I will tell you to email me at indigoliza@gmail.com. If anyone replies to your comment telling you to do something different from that, then you can be assured that it's not me. It is a scammer, even if they have taken my profile picture, even if it looks like me. If they are telling you to, go anywhere else besides indigoliza@gmail.com, be certain that it is not me. Now, you do want to make sure that you have your notifications turned on for my channel and for comments, because if I reply to your comment, you will not know that I replied to your comment unless you physically go back to the video and search for your comment and check for a reply. But if you have comment notifications turned on, you should get a little notification if I do reply to your comment. All right, all of the details will also be down in the description, so you can check that out if you need any more of the information. Be sure to go leave your boo bounce comment in order to enter. And thanks so much for watching.